Welcome and get ready to immerse yourself in the world of hashtag tech Unwired. Witness the transformation as non techies harness the power of technology to amplify their work and their personal lives. Every second, every minute, technology is reshaping our world. Hashtag Tech Unwired is your window to that world where the magic of technology is unwrapped by those who live it, breathe it, and use it. Tune in to learn how curiosity meets innovation only at hashtag Tech Unwired. Hello, everybody. Today, we have a very special podcast guest with us, Shivali Sahay. She is a part of the fashion industry. And Shivali, for whoever has not heard from you before, I would love for you to introduce yourself. Hi, I'm Shivali. I've been in the industry for over 10 years and I I started my own label around 11 years back, right after working for a very renowned uh, company. Then I shifted to working with a lot of startups and new labels. Got inspired, and I started my own label, and it has been a wonderful journey since then. Uh, the one thing that you cannot take away from person who's been in fashion industry for a long time, is experience and the struggles that they go through, the learning that you get out of it, and I really feel that it has brought me really good uh, experiences and a level of understanding of how fashion is related to people's lives and in every manner and in every field, how trends work and how demographics affect the trends that we work on, even though it's like a little, like, you know, like a garment or lifestyle design. Anyway, we design according to demographics. And then that's the fun part of it. That's a passion I have, understanding people and designing for them and and also catering to a bigger market as well. Um, More than just catering to one on one. It's also fun. A bigger market and understanding the whole market as a whole. Oh, that's lovely. So, what inspired you to get into the fashion industry at the first place? See, I've been a very vocal person since I was very young. I have been very, I've been very uh, vocal about what I feel, opinions that I feel as right, not right, societal taboos. I used to always be very vocal and upfront about like this is right, this is not right, according to, in my opinion, not in a general that maybe everybody would not agree with it. So I used to always think that okay, there are things that need to be changed. The way people look at their bodies, the way people look at certain genders, as I would say, and I would like to, you know, stay out, like speak it out loud. And what better way to convey your message than a walking, talking media that is a garment, that you walk around and you convey your whole message through that, your opinions through that. I feel everybody who styles them every day on a daily basis has their own thought process. You can see a person, you can like, okay, this person is like that. The way they have dressed up, they have worn their shoes that way, they've folded their denims, they've put a kind of accessory that sort of kind of depicts the kind of person they are. The hair, the way they've done it, whether it's a messy bun or it's an open, free flowing hair, or it's a nicely done ponytail. I mean, it all depicts the kind of person you are. And it helps it helps us, whether consciously or unconsciously, we kind of set a perception, and that's how we behave with that person. So I always wanted to have, that kind of impact and to set out the break some taboos, and hence I started my label Blkshi, uh, which says that you your black sheep is considered to be a negative thing. Black sheep of the family, black sheep. in the flock of sheep. And so I wanted the black sheep to be a positive thing in the society, that, okay, you are unique, you are different, and this is what you are. You have to accept it. You should accept it. You should feel proud of it and flaunt it, in fact, with the garments. And if you, so I always ask my customers when I'm one-on-one designing for them, that what are you conscious about in your body? And they tell me, that this is what I'm conscious about. And I'm like, yeah, we're going to make that look beautiful, because that's what you're conscious about. We're going to make you not feel conscious about it with the garments that we're designing for you. And that has worked, and has worked wonders. And the clients always are smiling when they go back with their clothes. It's a very small part of the um, thought process that I work on. There are other things that you can do, like like message um, prints on garments and gold message. They are pretty visual, and you can see and you can tell. But a basic thing is the feeling of body consciousness and all, and that's what I feel it shouldn't be there in the society at all. So this is what inspired me. And of course, love for fashion, love for garments, love for dressing up, love for trying new things, styling, how the world works around fashion, how the world moves with fashion, whether we believe it or not. I love that. So that was also another reason for me to get into fashion.
That's brilliant. And I know your love for fashion because you used to like to dress me up a lot. And I do vouch for like what you just said, because I've worn black sheep and I did feel very comfortable and not conscious at all while wearing all the, black sheep clothes that I've worn. So
Thank
yeah,
you. I'm
yeah,
glad you like
that's amazing. So how have you seen like the fashion industry evolve over these years that you've been a part of this industry?
You know, earlier when I started working as a young designer, I used to see that I worked with I'm not going to name names, I worked with a very established name once, and they had a very set clientele. They have like, okay, this for this age group, these are the silhouettes that are supposed to be made. These are the prints that are supposed to be for this age group. And for this age group, okay, we can do some new trends. We can, make some peplums, we can make some banjo and stuff like that. So I used to, and I know clients, I know people in my family who love wearing, you know, the boldest things, and they love to flaunt, they love to have fun with their clothes and styling. And I used to not agree with it. So then I shifted. I worked with them for a couple of years, and I got bored, right out of college, and I was like, this is too mainstream and boring. And why to categorize, and we should give options. So, because they must be they have been in the industry and they must be doing it for a reason. I totally understand that, maybe for sales and for to get better profits. I totally agree with them, but it didn't match with my mentality, and I actually shifted to younger firms, and where I met clients who were fresh and they wanted to try things, and we were providing them those things, and it was fun. So this is what has changed with new and upcoming labels, whether it deals with garments or with accessories or even with bags, shoes. In last 10 years, what I love, the new concept that's come is androgyny, androgynous clothes, androgynous shoes. They fit, men and women the same kind of styling, and with so many like accepting new genders and new people, and that's acceptance is what I love. That is the fashion industry has taken up as a trend, as a duty to teach everybody that this is how you do it. This is how. I take pride in saying the fashion industry is always upfront in accepting and considering, and even sizes. In fact, like all sizes. Earlier, I think there were a couple of brands which were available for plus sizes and petite sizes. We had no styles at all. I mean, plus sizes, at least we have brands, and people who are petite don't have clothes. to wear. They are either like, wearing something that is too loose from top or too loose from bottom, and that's not inclusivity. So now inclusivity has taken its root in fashion industry in a huge way, and this is what I love about um, now the new fashion industry.
That's awesome. So now we're going to shift a little bit of gears and talk about like Adobe launched Project Primrose, where they showcased a prototype of a dress, which was like with technical displays, which would change patterns. And like even when the model moved around, it would like, change different patterns and colors. And I, as a techie, thought that was very interesting. But as a fashion designer who's been in this industry for so long, what are your views on Project Primrose in particular?
It was when I saw it, I was very impressed and I was fascinated with the whole concept. I was like, wow, this is going to it is going to rock the industry. Like, I was very happy about it. See, as a designer, when you see silhouettes, you feel, oh, we can do this, we can do that. So when I saw that, I was like, wow, if this concept comes in like big way, we can do this with it, we can do that way, we can make the silhouette like this. And then I don't know if it's possible or not to make the silhouette more dramatic or play with the silhouettes as well at all. But what I understand is that they have put screens and they have what I like. They look like sequins and they are like changing patterns, and there are set patterns. Okay, this is the pattern, that is the pattern. There's set patterns, and so I'm sure there are many, many, many things we can do. If once this has started, we can do many things with it. And as a designer, I would love to experiment with the entire concept, with the tech of it, and of course, I would require help. See, I'm a creative person. I'm not so much in tech. I would love to learn, of course, but I cannot get to that level so soon. And I want to soon get into this entire, you know, I want to sit on the wagon and I want to get onto it so quickly. So I would require tech help, and I would like to explore more around it. What I understand is that they put screens on the garment, and they have set some patterns, and the only thing I was a little underwhelmed, not taking away from the entire achievement that Adobe has reached right now, that it was only in the front. The model was not moving side to side, or I don't know if she can sit because of the screens. And there are a couple of things that, that are of concern, but that's all right. I mean, this is a start, and that's what we do when we start something new. I mean, a lot of couture garments are like that you cannot sit, or you cannot maybe even walk in those, like your shoes and garments and accessories, just stand like a statue on the ramp, and that's about it. But that's the whole point of it. It's the concept that you appreciate and you acquire, and then you explore it to make it more affordable and more wearable and maybe more available to the masses. So I'm sure Robbie will achieve it. They had a wonderful team, wonderful designers, and wonderful, brilliant tech people. So I'm sure they can achieve much more. And I would like to also get onto the wagon and get into the tech part of it. It's amazing. It's brilliant what they've done.
Mm-hmm. You spoke about like, you are a fashion designer. You can understand tech to some level, but that's definitely not your expertise, your area, right? So how have you like through your journey in your fashion in fashion industry, how empowering do you find tech to be? And do you think it's at a level where you have been using it in different ways for your designing or your your patterns, or even like communicating with people? Like, how have you found tech empowering you so far?
It is actually pretty amazing how tech has helped more, like they aid us as designers. And yes, I'm not too much into tech, like I cannot program to save my life, but I can do a lot of things. Like we have couple of software that have come up, like Clo, Magnificent Designer, where
Mhm.
when you design a garment, you can see it on the model while she's walking on the ramp. You can design a pattern and you can put it on the model. You can see it. These softwares have been available for a long time, but then with AI and with new technologies coming up, they have improvised and they have made our lives so easy. I can't even explain. Even on Illustrator and even on Photoshop, you have the AI tab where you can quickly do stuff, and it saves a lot of time. Like a little thing that you have to make, and just to get to the point of starting to design, and you just can just get to it immediately, which is amazing. So I think it has helped us, and slowly and gradually, I think it's a skill set that you develop. You have to move with the world if it's moving ahead, and I also agree with getting more on the tech wagon than just being on the creative. I don't take away from the artists and the designers who like to take the pen and paper and do it. It's the right way to do it. I always think you get better designs out of it. But I think if you combine both, I think things are going to get even better and more fabulous
That's
in
amazing.
the future.
Do you think there's something that could be improved from the tech industry side to enable fashion designers more, in the way you use the technologies today?
I really think we should work more on trying to incorporate artists into in certain manner, which we have, with a lot of NFTs and stuff. But like, there are not many options. There are not many ways to sell and to promote and to get onto that. It's not at that level. I feel with because technology is a very fast growing industry. It grows tenfold every few years now, and as it grows, it's going to the growth percentage is going to grow even more. I feel that the artist should not get lost on
Mhm.
this journey, and I really really hope that we build something for them and we take them along in
Mhm.
this growth pattern, so that we don't lose such a beautiful skill that we have. If tech and art, they go along together, the growth is going to be tremendous, and it's going to be amazing to see how they collaborate. Uh, that's what I think. So I think we should build more um, tech and softwares and it, arenas for artists to incorporate them.
Mhm. That's lovely. So that's a message for all of us techies.
I have a question for you.
Hmm.
May I?
Yeah, sure.
What do you think about fashion, uh, and how do you think that fashion helps technology in any manner? Do you think there's a way that fashion and trends and lifestyles help tech make decisions?
I don't know much about fashion, right? but
So
what
now you do.
but what I do know is, like, especially, you know, the way the artistic part of fashion, it has started coming into the tech industry. Apple is a great example because, the way the Apple devices, not just the devices, even the boxes are like, built.
Yeah.
They're a piece of artwork. You don't feel like throwing them.
Yes, it
And
is. It is definitely.
yeah, so more and more such trends are coming into the tech industry. I have seen so many techies now focusing on the overall user experience, overall design of the product, right? So that's where I think fashion industry, the artists, they are inspiring techies to build the final product, make the look and feel amazing, and really nice and easy on the eyes, and even like fabulous, like you just said. I think that's one way that the fashion industry is constantly being inspiring the tech industry. And any last messages for people who are listening to us from your side?
So, uh, It's a very small message. I would like to say stay fabulous, keep inspiring, and keep getting inspired. That's the way to live. Thank you.
Thank you for listening to our episode for hashtag Tech Unwired. We would love to stay connected with you. Please look at the description to keep connected with us. Subscribe and follow us on the various social media channels and stay connected, stay unwired.